And today we will just go over the social media foundations and the different social media channels that are available to you. So the first one, and one of the most popular and overlooked social media channels, are blogs. The reason that blogs are typically overlooked is because there's a misconception of how blogs are effective because of the new trend with social media networking sites such as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Twitter, because these social media networks allow you to interact with people. And so when they started becoming popular, people, mainly marketers and internet marketers, saw that as a chance to keep their posts up to date and to connect with their audience instead of through a blog. But the benefit of having a blog is that, first of all, it's your home on the internet. If you are doing business online, you should have a blog because it's where you produce content. It's how you're found in the search engines. It's how you establish your brand. Your blog is like your home, and social media networking sites are like places that you go hang out, or like family members' houses. Such, like grandma's house growing up, it's like your surrogate home. So that's kind of like what Facebook is, and they differ, as I mentioned. And the misconception also lies with the purpose of blogs. So you know what? Let's get into it. Let's understand the landscape. People congregate and connect on different social media channels. They use these channels to engage with people and as a touch point before drawing them to interact with you on your website, blog, microsite, or other channels. So, as I mentioned, some of the big sites are Pinterest, Blogger, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. You create an integrated approach so that all your channels can work together, and you can lead people from one channel to another, which is kind of considered like bouncing, because they're bouncing from different networks just to connect with you. You can move people from social media to owned media, which is more so your blog. And this enables you to interact effectively. This enables you to interact effectively with your target audience. So let's just do a brief introduction to blogs. A blog can be the centralized housing for all your content marketing efforts. Your blog can be the hub where all your content redirects, engaging viewers at a deeper level. The benefits of using a blog as a home base are as follows. Constant link building, which helps you be found in the search engines. Serve as resource for users as it is an archive of information. Product soft selling is also possible. You have topic-based content provides topical links. And you have shareable content, as well as being able to engage with your fans on your home base. An average website with a blog has 55% more visitors than a site without a blog. A site with blogs get 97% more inbound links. And blog-based websites usually have 434% more indexed pages than non-blog sites. Blogs can help you reach the audience at the right level. So let me just kind of break this down and explain it to you. So a website is Web 1.0, where a blog would be like Web 2.0. When websites became popular for business usage, it was a place to basically advertise your business online. So instead of passing out brochures, you'd be like, hey, go to my website and you get the information here. Or instead of sending out circulars, you'd be like, hey, check out my website. I have this on sale. Now, what blogging has done, blogging has made content marketing a digital concept. Content marketing actually is an old concept, and it goes back to, I'm going to say, 1896 with John Deere when he produced the first magazine, Pharaoh, for marketers. And that magazine today has sold millions of copies worldwide and is still very strong in the farming industry. So with blogs, they allow you to pitch your content on your website. Now, although today's topic is about the foundation of social media, we can't escape the concept of content marketing. Not even a concept, the strategy, the techniques of content marketing, which is also an overlooked product. And just for future reference, Simplilearn, we offer courses on content marketing to give you a better understanding of how content marketing interacts with digital marketing. But I'm just going to give you a brief synopsis real quick while I have you on this training. So content marketing is the intersection between um, publicizing and advertising. So let me break that down a little bit further for you. When you look at a magazine, you're looking at a journal article or a newspaper, TV, radio, what happens is you have the content, whether it is a visual, which is an image or a picture, audio, which is something that you listen to, such as the radio, which or TV, which is a combination of audio and visual, because on TV you're looking at it. They share the content and then they run advertisements, and what these advertisements are considered commercials. And the reason that most businesses prior to the internet did not engage in this type of marketing was because it was very expensive. And with the blogging strategy has done, how it has revolutionized the digital marketing era, is that blogs are your home to um, produce your content and advertise your products. And that's the power of a blog, and that's why blogs have 55% more visitors. As cyber blogs get 97% more inbound links, and what that means is that if you're actually writing a good blog post and you are syndicating the blog post, that means that you are distributing your blog post across different social media channels, which means that you're driving traffic back to your home. Okay, that's the purpose of social media sites, to get traffic to go somewhere, and you want them people to go to your blog. And the more that you syndicate, the more blog posts that you have, the more that you syndicate, the more inbound links that you get, because you have people coming to you from different sites. And the key to it is tracking to find out where they're coming from. A blog-based website usually have 434% more index pages than non-blog based sites. So let's get back to what that means. The reason that blogs have more index pages is because you can produce as much content as you want on your blog. The more content you create, the more pages that you have. The more content that you create, the more pages you have, the more likely that you're going to be found in the search engines. So when people are doing searches for keywords in your market, if you're blogging about that, they can find your blog post and go to your website. And blogs can help you reach the right audience at the right time. That is so true. But the key to it is writing and producing good quality content and syndicating that content and making sure that you are networking with your audience. So before you blog, you need to consider who your audience is, what they are looking for, and the best way to reach them. The purpose of your campaign, the goals you are trying to accomplish through your blog content, as well as how will you measure your success, the metrics or matrix points through analytics, and whether your plans are sustainable or not. So who your audience is, what they are looking for, the best way to reach them. That is the key to having an effective blog, because if you don't know who you're writing for or to, and if you don't know what they're searching for and you don't know how to reach them, the blogging is pointless. The beauty of social media is that you are able to connect with your target market. But the catch-22 is, my friend, is that you have to figure out who your target marketing is. And once you figure out who your target market is, and your target audience is, you know where you can go look for them. And then you can strategically plan out a way to reach them. So the next two goals, setting goals and knowing your purpose. You can't just aimlessly say, "Oh, I'm going to have a blog." You don't have any direction. Like, you're not going to get in your car and drive down the street and not know where you're going. So you have to treat your blog just the same way. Your blog is your employee, so you have to train it that way. You have to make sure that it's doing its job effectively and it has a clear purpose. So on Simplilearn, we talk about different skills and trades that you can use to enhance your professional career, and we provide trainings on that. And so our content is related to that. So one of our topics that we talk about is digital marketing. So before I started this webinar, I had a plan of my content, of what I'm sharing with, and I have a plan of who I am going to reach out to show this video to. Now, you can't start something without having, you can't start, let me phrase, you cannot start a goal without knowing how to measure your success or what matrix of measurement points through analytics to use. Now, I'm not going to get into this, but I am going to let you know that the beauty of digital marketing and the beauty of social media mark the beauty of social media is that you're able to measure and track different points of your content. And where your blog is concerned, you can track the number of visitors, you can track where your visitors are coming from, you can track how long they're staying on your page, you can track to see what is generating the most traffic, so you can know how to use that content in other ways. And there are just so many other matrices that you can learn about, which we would discuss in another topic. So I really hope that you subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay abreast of our new trainings. The 80-20 rule for blog visitors. Now, people believe that high traffic to a blog means many repeat visitors. But in reality, and seriously, I really hate to break your bubble, only 20% of your blog visitors are going to come back on a regular basis, which means that the remaining 80% of visitors are first-time visitors. So that means that 20% of the people that see your blog on a regular basis come back, and 80% of the visitors are just coming to your site for the first time. So what you want to do to circumvent the 20-80 rule, so you can maybe have it switched, reverse it, meaning that most of your blog visitors or your blog loyalists or your loyal fan base, you incorporate a conversion marketing funnel within an email marketing campaign. And let me explain what that does. When you enter something called a call to action at the end of your blog post, that means that you are directing your readers to do something. So when you have a blog and you're writing about a topic, you should have something called a marketing campaign that goes along with the blog post. And let me explain in simple terms what I mean by that. Your content should be aligned to the product that you're selling. So at the end of your blog post, you can sell your product. And this is how you subliminally sell through blogging, if you're doing it effectively. Because first-time visitors, they only provide an opportunity to connect to a new audience. When people come to your blog post, you want them to stay. And then another thing that you can also add, and again, this is top-notch info, you can add a pop-up ad or a welcome mat or something that visitors have to enter their information to see your blog post. But we can go more in detail in that once you join the Simplilearn training, the Simplilearn, by joining the Simplilearn digital marketing trainer that's coming up. And hey, guess what? I will be your trainer. So I will have all types of goodies for you. With blogs, it's easier to educate and motivate the audience than with other social media channels. So let me explain. You have your blog post, right? Then you have your social media channel. So your social media channel is where you say, hey, check out this blog post on this topic. And you share the link, which is, as I mentioned in a few slides back, that's called inbound linking because you're spreading your content across the web. And what social media does, it allows you to create a platforms, different social media channels, so you can connect with your different audiences. And you send them to your blog post that goes to your blog. And the cool thing that you do, as I mentioned, you want to capture the 80% of those visitors that's coming to your blog. You have a welcome mat, and that's a very smart marketing move. And you can also add something called a retargeting pixel if you're using Facebook or Google. I love Facebook. Facebook is my baby. It's my go-to social media set. It's my second home from the internet. And in the future trainings, we will talk more about that. So make sure that you subscribe to our blog and that you click the link below so you can get more information about my upcoming training on Simplilearn. So 5 essential skills you need for blogging. See, this is what disturbs me about bloggers, because most people when they start a business, or they're especially online, they're thinking that, oh, I could just do what everybody else is doing, socially and personally on social media. No, baby, that is not the case. There are rules, there's strategies, there are techniques that you have to incorporate in order to be successful and effective in your marketing efforts. So, 5 essential skills you need to know for blogging. How to write content. Content comes in 4 types of formats: text, audio, video, and image. And a good content writer will learn how to incorporate all 4 of those, or 3 or 4 of those. I am big on text, images, and videos. I haven't I haven't ventured into the audio world yet, but I do plan on starting a podcast for one of my brands. I'm thinking about it. It's starting to sound like real intriguing to me, so I don't know. Let's see. But if you want to find out, make sure you join me for my training because I'll be sharing all my goodies for you. You want to engage. That's important. Like, you can't just have, you can't just write a bullcrap article. It has to be engaging because when you produce good content produces an audience, which produces revenue for you. That's how you make money off of blogging. You have to follow a chain. And as I mentioned, when you're writing content, just to go back to that, remember when you're producing content, it should be an intersection between your content and advertising. And you advertise your products or whatever affiliate companies that you're with. You just make sure that it's relevant to that particular blog post. And how to keep the goal in focus. If you don't have a goal, you don't know where you're going, there's no point of it, because you're just going to be aimlessly writing with no direction. And when a lot of people start in this arena, they don't have a goal in mind. They're just like, oh, let me produce content. No, your content has a job, baby. And if you don't train your content to do its job, it's ineffective. And when you are an ineffective employee, you get fired. And the company hires someone that is effective. So you want to make sure that you are training your content correctly. And we talk about that in the upcoming digital marketing certificate associate training with Simplilearn that I will be teaching. And you want to understand the basics of SEO. SEO, another concept that most people do wrong. Okay? The basics of SEO, search engine optimization. Now, I'm going against the grain, but I'm sharing from my experience. If you effectively effectively use SEO in your blog post, there is no reason that you need to pay for AdWords because people run AdWord ads to get their drive traffic to their content. But there are organic strategies that you can use SEO wise to be found on the first page of Google, so you can invest your digital advertising budget in a more effective manner that's going to actually generate the traffic that you want. But that's more advanced, and like I said, I have a training coming up, and if you want to know that information, make sure you register for my training. And the basics of PR, the basics of public relations. That's basically syndicating your content, getting out there, talking to people, and letting the world know who you are, which is also a PR and branding that go hand in hand. Build a content plan. There's going to be a treat for you. Okay? There's a treat for every participant that joins my training. They're going to get a content plan. And maybe, just maybe, you'll be able to get a content plan sooner than that, just so you can get a feel of what we're doing. But if I do, the link will be below. So once you decide where you want to house your content online, build a content plan. And let me explain to you by that. In order to produce content online, you need something called a content management system. And there are many out there. You have WordPress, Blogger, Wix, the Google blog. You have a lot of paid blogs. My preference, my go-to is WordPress. WordPress is awesome. I can share with you my WordPress. I just finished my site, so I haven't started blogging yet, which I am going to start this week. Like I said, I just finished my blog, so let me just show you. It is empty. So I designed this. This is my website, Build Your Dream Business Online. I am an online business developer. And this little button right here is my news button. And this little button right here is going to house all my content. Like I said, I just built my new blog, so I haven't started blogging yet, but I will. But when I do this, I will have my blog here. I want to delete this part out. I'm sorry. I don't like that because it's not done. So let's start over. Build a content plan. Once you decide where you want to house your content online, you build a content plan. When you're housing your content online, you use something called a content management system. And a content management system that I prefer is WordPress. But you have others. You have Wix, Blogger, the Google blog, Tumblr, and you also have a lot of paid blogs. But me personally, I prefer WordPress because WordPress has the most functionality. And I'm not going to get into that because I'm not talking about web development. But we do offer a web development course at Simplilearn. And so if that's something you're interested in learning about, make sure you click the Simplilearn link below and you subscribe to our videos because we will also have web design trainings on here as well. Just not for me because that's not my area of expertise. But yeah, you need to have a plan. If you don't have a plan for your content, you don't know where you're going. You just aim to writing content and it's pointless. The use of an editorial calendar it, uh, you use an editorial calendar to make note of the events that your business is promoting or your online community. The keywords to be targeted, such as suggested by your SEO team. You want to have holidays that are relevant to your brand or service because, believe it or not, rather or not you believe in holidays, The people that are going to buy from you, they do. So you have to stay in line with that, because what you're doing, your business is about the people that you're serving, your target audience, your target market that you're serving. And you have to treat them how they're used to be treated. Marketing is relationships. And if you don't nurture their relationship, you're not going to get any. And you also have to have a call to action, as I was mentioning before. And I said that maybe I didn't. I don't remember. So let me just tell you what a call to action is. A call to action is a command. You remember in English class when you learned about different types of sentences, and one of the type of sentences that you learned were a command. And that command say, hey, click this link to do here, or click the subscribe channel to Simplilearn's YouTube channel so you can get updated information of our trainings. Or click the link below to get an example content plan. It's a call to action, something engaging for people to do. But if you don't tell them what to do, they're not going to do it. If you tell them to do it, most of them will. Everybody's not going to do it, but you have a good amount of people that will. You have the people that want more information about your upcoming Simplilearn training. They will click the link because they want the training. And that's my call to action. You use this guide to create a plan of the content you want to share and when you want to share it. And another thing that's not only that I do, I know where I'm syndicating my content at, because you have to syndicate it. There's no way around it. You build a content plan. So your content plan is an editorial calendar for your content. You first gather search phrases to guide the focus of content on the blog. So you want to use something called long tail keywords, which are phrases instead of just short term keywords. So whatever your industry is in, you focus on that. You focus on first you not focus on that. Let me be clear. Honestly, the first thing that you need to do in your content plan is, once you identify your market, you write down topics under your market that will interest people, or people would go to Google and ask Google questions for. So once you write down that list, brainstorm on what type of questions people will ask. And then you go to the Google keyword planner, and you know what? Let's just do that. Let's do a quick overview real quick. Let me do a quick search with you. Let me just show you real quick what this looks like. Oh, sorry. So I'm opening up my keyword. Okay, this is not what I want. Okay. Maybe we'll just edit that out too. I don't like, sorry, I just wasn't prepared for that. Uh-oh. Hold up. Sorry. Alright, let's go back here. So I'm gonna start this slide over. Building a content plan. When you're building a content plan, you create an editorial calendar for building your content plan, which starts with gathering the search phrases to guide the focus of your content on blog. Now, this is what I do, and I'll talk more about this in my training, and give you more handouts. Gather the search phrases to guide the focus of your content on blog. You don't want to use short-term keywords such as one or two words. You want to use long-term keywords such as phrases. So the first thing that you do is that you write down topics that people will be interested in your market, and then you write out phrases or questions that people will go to Google and search about. And then there are different strategies that you can use, which I will be teaching in an upcoming course, about how to use your Google analytics to do that. not Google Analytics, I'm sorry, your Google keyword tool. We'll be going over that information in the upcoming training. But that's just a tip. Use long tail keywords and not short term keywords. And your long tail keywords you incorporate in your blog post, and you don't make it stick out. You make sure that the phrase is blended. Hi, okay? Keep that in mind. So, for example, if you're a chocolate shop, keywords might include milk chocolate, organic chocolate, all natural chocolate, chocolate gifts, chocolate bouquets, deconstructed s'mores. Now, what about chocolate milk? If you are if you are a bakery and you offer chocolate, or as I say, I'm sorry, not baker, you have a chocolate shop, you can say how to make milk chocolate, or what are the ingredients in milk chocolate, or what are the best types of milk chocolate, or how do you make organic chocolate? What is the best type of organic chocolate? What is all natural chocolate? How do you make all natural chocolate? What are the best chocolate gifts? Do people even buy chocolate gifts? Chocolate bouquets. What is a chocolate bouquet? How do you make a chocolate bouquet? How to make a chocolate bouquet for your spouse, or when's the best time to buy a chocolate bouquet? Or deconstructed s'mores. What are deconstructed s'mores? What's the difference between deconstructed s'mores and constructive s'mores? I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I want you to get your mind jogging on the types of keyword phrases that you can use. And so you also have your event listings, because you need to have events. You're a business. Your online events would be like online training, different contents that you're doing, what you're doing for your pre-launches of your products, all types of interactive things that you can do. And I'll give you more examples in the training if you decide to join, because you want more information. You want to learn so you can either grow your business or grow your career or start a new career. Also, holiday listings. You might, I don't know what your religious or spiritual preference preferences are, but I will say as a business owner, you have to follow the trends, and some trends fall inside holidays. So if you aren't, you have to live up to that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. You have to meet your customers' expectations, especially once you start generating a loyal customer base and a loyal fan base. You have to keep up with the Joneses. You have to decide the type of content you want to publish on each occasion. There are four formats of content: text, audio, visual, image. Now, good content intertwines all of those. If you're not comfortable doing a video, find a video on your own and include it in your blog post. You know, make sure that it's relevant. Put images in your blog post. Add, add audios, or have a podcast. But make sure that you are incorporating the different formats of content so you can engage the different types of reader and audience, because each person has their own preference. I used to be a school teacher. One of the things that's heavily emphasized is differentiation, making sure that your lessons are differentiated for each type of learner. And in this case, each type of reader would be people would like to hear, watch, read, and see. And as I mentioned, you merge these together to create a publishing schedule in advance. So you are never stuck every day, and you know what type of content you're going to write. The best thing to do, I like to plan my content out at least 12 weeks in advance. I like to work in 90-day cycles, because it's about short-term planning and compartmentalizing and setting deadlines and setting goals. And so what I will do with you, if you're in my class, is I will teach you how to write a 90-day calendar. And I will share with you my 90-day calendar when you register. And content and conversion points. Once your content is planned, it should be combined with the appropriate conversion points. So, for example, if it's S'mores Day, you can upload an article on deconstructed s'mores. You include a call to action with a link to allow people to buy from your site, and have other offers such as shipping, buy one get one free, and so on and so on. Now, I'm going on against the grain because what I would do is something totally different. I will upload the article on deconstructed s'mores as long, first I will have a long-term keyword in my blog post and not just deconstructed s'mores. And my call to action will be a link to a capture page instead of a sales funnel. And the reason being is that I just mentioned to you, you only have 20% of people that are loyal to you. So only 20% of people are going to actually buy when they first go to um your sales page. But if you enter a call to action, you enter a lead magnet, and you give them something such as a free shipping coupon or buy one get one free, if they buy and they enter their email address, bam! So you give them the free offer, they have a discount code, but it's going into their email instead of them going directly to the site. So once I go to the email, you say, hey, click this link below to get this coupon to buy this. And bam, you can get a sale. And even if they don't sell, they don't buy right away, they're in your email list. So what you do when you have your blog post, you syndicate your blog post to your email that from the people that you captured on our website, and once they enter the email, you send them the blog post. Hey, I got this cool new blog post on this topic that's relevant to the topic that you already read, and go check it out. You don't say that, but that's the concept. That's the concept behind it. Okay, so adding a call to action and sending people directly to your capture page instead of going to your sales page is how you are capturing the leads, how you're using email marketing, and how you are reversing that 80-20 rule to create a more loyal customer base, because you're sending your blog post to your list as well as you are syndicating your blog post out. Okay, so we're doing two things, maybe three. First thing we do, we're writing a blog post. Second thing that we're doing, that we're syndicating. We're syndicating it on our social media networks, and we're syndicating to our list. When we syndicate it across our social media networks that we're affiliated with, we are driving. The purpose is to drive new traffic every single day. Now, the purpose of having an email list is to build your loyal fan base, okay? And so you're doing those two interchangeable things at the same time with one simple blog post, okay? And in the next training, we're going to talk about email marketing, and we can get more into the functionality of that, and we get more involved in it in my training. So let's move forward. So look at another example. If it's National Toast and Marshmallow Days, you can have a social media contest and a call to action for social sharing, but you have to have an active social media account to do that. The best place to do something like that would be Facebook, because the functionalities are sick. Oh my gosh, it's amazing and you will love it, but you have to get on my training to learn about it. And once you understand your goals, you tie them into your content and create effective call to actions, you lead to the conversion point. Okay? So let's break it down and take a step back. Long tail keyword, enter it in your blog post, you have a call to action, and once you have the call to action, it's inside your blog post. You do two things. You send it to your list, you send it to the new people on social media. Okay? Um at a point, forgot what it was. But if you got in my class, you'll learn more. So microblogs, another type of social media. What is microblogging? Microblogging is sharing information through microblogs in the form of short and frequent posts, which are usually a sentence long, social based, follow or be followed, and share the broadcasted followers. The benefits of microblogging are the quick seconds to publish. They're accessible on your mobile phone or tablet or PC. They're very selective, follow whom you like, and they're easy publishing. You connect to other platforms. You can microblog through Twitter. Twitter is the leading microblogging site. It has large user base, best choice of apps, great network integration, and best search functionality. What do people share on Twitter is probably what you want to know. They share their locations. They share links. they share questions, and they share comments. Again, any type of content, you need to have an established clear goal. Starting a Twitter campaign without establishing clear goals will lead you nowhere. Sample goals for a Twitter campaign are build credibility to increase conversion, spark interest to create buzz and build links, listen to conversations to understand what people like, and connect with people on a personal level. Although we are living in a digital age, that different technology has made it so you're interacting and you're able to make it personal. It helps with relationship marketing because although they're behind, even now more so because people are behind computers, they need to know that the source is credible, it's authentic, is um they're going to get what they invest in. They're going to have ROI, and they want to know, like, and trust the people that they're working with. And social media gives you an opportunity to do that on a personal level, and Twitter does a great job with that. Why retweets matter? Good question. Not a big Twitter user. I just don't know anything about Twitter. I syndicate on Twitter. I do that. A retweet is reposting someone else's tweet. Retweets allow ideas and information to be spread. The reason that it's spreading is because when one person clicks something, posts something, and when people share it, everybody that they're friends with on a social media site is going to see it. And Twitter is fast. Okay, it's not like Facebook. Facebook doesn't move as fast. Twitter moves real fast. Suppose you share an article on Twitter and one person retweets it, and again it goes out to the followers, and those followers can retweet the article again if they like it. And so this multiplying effect helps you get the maximum possible views and expand your online reach. Your Twitter list. You're able to create topic-based lists, so you include different users based on industry, interests, or people. Um, what this does is you're able to track your conversions and who um, follow people who are looking to target within specific messages. You can build credibility by recommending follows and follow people without subscribing to them. Things you know to track on Twitter. Customer service. This is the biggest thing. Proactively respond to customers' conversations, okay? When people are, that's the point of social media. So let's break something down, right? Because businesses used to be ran on, before the internet, what was really big was referral and mouth to mouth. So people really have a misconception that social media is taking it away. No, social media has made it better because they're still talking about the company, okay? And the reason that your company needs to be engaged in social media is so you can know when people are saying things about you, good and bad, and you can respond to them. That's one way you're engaging with your customers. And it's really important to monitor because when you get bad comments, you need to hop on that because it can ruin your reputation. See, without social media or before social media, you didn't know what people were saying about you. But now you can find out, okay? It's about monitoring and tracking. And we go more into that inside of our training. So, this is general buzz and chatter. People talk. That's what we do. We've been socialized since the beginning of time, since the first people on earth, okay? The only thing that social media has done is giving you platforms to communicate with people online, okay? Use it to your advantage. You can connect with so many more people online than you can offline because it's global. And so social sites, they're broken down. Social media networking sites, they have different groups and you can communicate with different types of people in the groups and the markets that you're interested in. Sentiments towards your brand. Use tools to track how this change. Like I said, you have to be able to respond when it's bad or good. So when people are dissatisfied, you know, and they're ranting about it, you can be polite and apologize and try to solve the problem, which builds trust within your markets and trust with you because, hey, things happen. People, we all make mistakes. But if we can acknowledge them and apologize for it, especially when somebody's being rude to us, that's that's a big person, and that builds good business. You can also track the impact on your sales. You can check how many people respond to your tweets about discounts and offers. You know, you want to monitor your post, and you can do that, as well as traffic and link generation. Rather, people share your post on Twitter or other sites, but you're able to use Twitter to generate traffic. So let me break that down. There are two ways people can share information on Twitter. If you have a Twitter share button on your blog, or if you post your blog on Twitter and somebody retweets it. Okay. Tools, site integration to make it easier for people to tweet and retweet your content. Develop desktop and mobile phone apps. You are able to use the different interfaces for each. It's convenience-based tools. You're able to schedule your content, manage conversions, and so on. So on. I don't use Twitter. I don't know if they have a scheduler inside of their page, but I do know that there are different tools that you can use to schedule your post on Twitter. My favorite tool is Post Planner, and the reason Post Planner is my favorite tool is because they give you all types of cool posts that you can that you can share. And they have different types of posts. I'm not even going to get into that, but I will in my class if you sign up. You search. You want to find people, topic, and their ideas. You need to listen to what people are talking about, what they're interested in, so you can produce the content. You can be that go-to person. Okay, and that's what you want to do online. Purpose of your content is to educate people about your market and show people why you are the expert and why people should work with you. Knowledge is key. No one wants to do business with someone that doesn't know what they're talking about. Like, have you ever been into a store and they can help you because they didn't know about the product, and you're like, okay, well, I'm leaving, or they can answer your question, and you're like, okay, well, I don't want to give you my money because you don't know what you're talking about. I know, I'm sorry, I might be talking fast. I know I'm not the only person that's done that. Like, bad customer service. If you don't know about your product, you're not getting my money. When I buy stuff, I do it strategically. I'm going to get the best. If you can answer the questions that I need answered, unless I'm like shopping for like clothes or something, but yeah, I need to know. Like shoes and stuff. Like if I'm looking for customer service and you can't help me because you don't know, I'm done. And you should always be able to solve the problems even if they're not inside the store. The answers aren't inside the store. Sorry. I talk too much sometimes. So check the time you spend on Twitter based on how new it is to your company. So minutes per day. 15 minutes to follow, 20 to listen, 30 to office, share for 45, and engage for 60. Depending on where you are in this timeline, whether you're following, listening, offering, sharing, or engaging, is how many minutes you should spend each day. Social networks. These are your social channels. Okay? Now, you're going to be blown away by what I'm getting ready to tell you because I didn't realize that social networks and social media are not the same things. How social networking works. Social networks allow you to choose who to network with. You're able to access to extend networks where you can see how your connections are engaging with others. So social media allows you to monitor who's engaging with you, okay, and how to engage with those people. And you can broadcast to or retrieve information from your network. What that means is you can broadcast your information or you can get broadcasted information from your network. And all-in-one multi-sharing, such as status updates, private messages. You can share links to resources, websites, and media. The key And the number one social networking site is Facebook. Facebook is my baby. I love Facebook, and you're getting ready to find out why. It is socially focused, mostly consumer to consumer environment. It provides brands and businesses the opportunity to connect with people and build conversions. It has the largest user base, therefore provides greater exposure. Facebook has over 1.5 billion members. Interact daily, is growing. Like, there are other social networking sites that are growing, but Facebook is the biggest. It's the largest, and they're always going to trump. They're always going to stay on top. Okay, that's what business is. That's what business is about. Staying on top of your competitors. And people think that, oh, because these other social networking sites, they're growing. So is Facebook. They're always going to come out with something extra that you can't do, that that site is doing. Like, Twitter started with Periscope. Now they have live streaming. Go figure. You have Snapchat. Now they have a video Snapchat thing on for their live on Facebook. Like, they're growing. They're always going to grow. Their marketing is so target specific, is so sexy and amazing. Like, it's just really gonna blow your mind. But to get the in depth, I really need you to log into my training and sign up, and make sure that you click the links over here in the Simplilearn videos. It has the largest user base, therefore provides greater exposure. I just had to repeat that, okay? Because I need that to stick in your head. It offers categorization tools to control views. Another big one is LinkedIn. LinkedIn rules the online business networking space. So, yeah. So let's break some things down about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is how Simply Learn found me. Okay, they were the recruiters were searching, and they saw my profile and they connected with me, and it was on and popping ever since then. And it was the best decision I've ever made, because this is the most amazing company I've ever worked for. And as I'm building my own business, I'm having an opportunity to do what I love. I love teaching, I love digital marketing. And they found me on LinkedIn. It's a business networking site, okay? So rather you are taking this course because you are looking to venture into this field, or you're already in marketing and you need to stay abreast with the new trends, or you're looking to start your own business in digital marketing, or you want to be able to apply these tools in digital marketing. Networking LinkedIn LinkedIn is the networking site is I'm sorry, LinkedIn is a social networking site that you go for your business, for B2B B2B. Okay? I mean, you can do also on social media, then on Facebook and other places, but this is the go-to. Let me break something down that I didn't share with you. Each social media networking site has its own purpose, and that's what LinkedIn is. It's like LinkedIn is like the place where you put your resume and you share your content. Okay? It is much more than a dynamic resume or online contract site. It's about building connections and socializing with people in the different groups and the areas of your specialization, okay? It's a professional networking site. It provides inroads into corporate networks through common connections. Hi, that's why I'm here hosting this training with Simply Learn, because I was networking. Well, they were networking. I have to give credit to where credit is due. They were networking. So what do people share? People share their updates, their photos, their links, their connections. Okay? And why social networks matter. Consumers tend to speak freely on social media, so marketers can search through. Consumers speak. Why social network matters. So a few slides back, I broke something down for you. I said so. I said businesses started with word of mouth, and referrals. And what social media has done is took that concept and 10 times it. Because people chat. That's the point of social media. People to get on there and talk with their friends and their colleagues, share images, pictures, videos, whatever. Okay? Good marketers, they see that as a place to research. So you can see what they're talking about and what their preferences are in your market so you can fill those needs. In business, you in business, you are a problem solver. So you have to be able to solve the problems in your market. So in order to solve the problems in your market, you have to know what the problems are. What social media does is give you a opportunity to find out what they are. And there are different tools and tricks that we could do that you have to join my class to learn. They share endorsements, help brands to boost credibility, and find points of commonalities in consumers. Now, what you want to do is you want to build that brand. You want people to boast about your credibility and find points to share so people buy, right? That's why I say you need to have a capture page and a conversion marketing funnel so people can get into your email list so you can send your blog posts, and you also syndicate your blog across different social networking sites, okay? So and again, your blog has to be good, relevant get relevant content. And so the more content that you produce in your market, the more relevant it is, and the more good it is, you're going to attract a bigger reader. Like you'll get new people in your list, and your nurture the people that's already on the list. And so those people that are already on your list, they become your fans. They become your raving loyal fans that help boost your credibility. Unlike real world word of mouth interaction, social media conversations or shares result in immediate action by viewers, which means that rather they're talking good or bad about you, however many friends they have, they're going to see it. Rather they have 500 friends, 5,000 friends, and they share something good or bad about your company, those people are going to see it. And regardless of what it is, you need to be able to control that, especially if it's bad, because you don't want to get a bad reputation. But you always want to do it, especially if it's good, because it boosts you. So it's a hand in hand, okay? But it's only hand in hand if you're using these social networking sites, okay? Understanding Facebook. As I said, Facebook is my baby. Facebook has three functions: congregations, conversations, and publications. Congregation, people bring people together. So let me share something. You can create your own private group, okay? And it could be a free group, or you can have it something with a membership plan that you have on your site, and people pay and they can join your group, or you can actually have both, okay? You can have a community for just the people that are on your list, and you have a community for people that buy your products. So you can give them more hands-on assistance and give them top-notch no deals and stuff. But Facebook allows you to do that. You can have as many groups as you want. I have tons of them, and I'll show you some of my groups. Now, I will admit, let's give you a little bit of background about myself. When I started in digital marketing, I started as a internet marketer. I was an affiliate of two different companies, and I created different niche groups for that. Now, I haven't actually been active in all of them. None of them, I'm not going to lie to you, recently. But in my training, I will show you what the groups are, and I will show you how to create a group. You can also have conversations with people. You have conversations with people through the post that you post, or through engaging in other fan pages, and um, just or group pages, and just networking with people. And publication, you're allowed to share your thoughts with others, through your posts. You can produce visual, audio. Yes, there is an audio component. I will give you my secret in my class, so don't even ask me that. Videos, images, okay? All types of publications that you can share, and also your advertisements. But you should only advertise 10% of your content. So like on average, you should schedule 5 to 7 posts a day, with one of those posts being buy me post. Okay, but we get into that later. In my class, you want to build a presence on Facebook. Your presence is your brand, letting people know that you exist. Now I know you're like, Ginger. Well, if I have a blog, why do I need this? Your blog is your home. Facebook is grandma house, or your boyfriend, your girlfriend house, or your best friend house. That second home that you go to, when you just outside your home, and you just go there and get comfortable and do the thing that you normally do at your own house. Take your shoes off, go in the kitchen, make yourself some food. If you gotta go, you have to go to the bathroom, and God forbid you have to do number two, and you're like, oh, I'm out, I don't want to use it at the house, but you're at this person's house and you're comfortable enough to do it. So Facebook is your second home. I said that all that to get you to drum it in your head. Nail it. Home number one is your blog. Home number two is Facebook. Other social media sites you use to syndicate your content, and you're on there so when people interact with you and they talk about your business and they tag you or something. Okay? But you build your second presence on Facebook because of the engagement that you're able to do, because you're able to create these groups, because you're able to do so many different things on Facebook. And I'm about to share with you now. Let's build a presence on Facebook. There are 5 options available to create. Ooh. Build a presence on Facebook. There are 5 options available to create a presence on Facebook, which includes your personal profiles, individuals, users' homepage on Facebook. Okay, this is your personal page. This is where you connect with your friends, and you share all the little cutesy woosy videos, and you can laugh at all the stupid stuff. And you can also share about your business if need be, but I wouldn't really recommend it unless it's like a blog post. Facebook pages, your official home of a business on Facebook. If you're using Facebook for marketing, you have to have a page. You don't post about your business on your profile. You can post engaging stuff like humorous, emotional, thought-provoking content, on your page, but you don't advertise your business on your page. You can advertise your blog post on your page, but don't advertise your business on your page. That's not what it's for. Facebook groups, they're not owned by anyone, gathering of like-minded users. So basically, you can have, as I mentioned, you have free groups, you have a private membership, and interact with people on Facebook. And I can teach you the difference between the two in the upcoming training. Um, but you really want to use groups for your company. Going back to the chocolate shop, you can have a community of people that like to buy your product. You have a community of people that want to learn how to make chocolate. Okay, coaching and consulting is hot, and you need to incorporate it in your business. Another topic, different day, just a little bit ad lib on my brain. Community. Aggravates. Facebook aggregates conversion. Community. Facebook aggregates conversation around different topics. Okay. As I mentioned, it's so neo specific. You have a group for everything, and so you can join a group on whatever markets you're interested in, whether it's personal or business related, and you can talk to people around those topics. And places, they have a physical, dedicated section on their posts for you to check in to a business. Okay, and you want people to do that for your business. Find fans and build connection on Facebook. So you're trying to figure out how to do that. So you have your existing customers, you have website visitors, other social sites, word of mouth on Facebook, and paid Facebook ads. So let's break this down. So your existing customers, you let them know, hey, I got a Facebook. You send out an email and say, hey, I just started a Facebook page. Or when people opt into your email and your welcome page, you say, hey, make sure you check out my fan page. You put the link in the email. You have website visitors. You can have a link on your social media sharing for people to share on Facebook. Over them, you can have it in your signature. Connect with me on Facebook. You can offer incentive and exclusive content, or vice versa. Word of mouth on Facebook, this is big. As I just mentioned that the people talk. Facebook is a chatting community. And so you can share your everything on Facebook. Okay? It's your second home. And you can also link to your other social networking sites such as Twitter, YouTube, or Pinterest to offer ways of new engagement, and Instagram. The biggest and the best way to build connection on Facebook is to use paid Facebook advertisements, because you can actually when you have a target market. Now let me just give you I'm going to break something down to you real quick. Another big tip that I just learned this tip a couple of weeks ago when I was doing research to finish up my ebook. Um, hmm, okay. You have your mainstream market, which is the industry that you're in. And then you have different target markets or different niche markets. And the more niche markets you have, the more people that you're able to reach. So, have you ever heard of people say, "Oh, well, my business is for everybody"? It's not for everybody. You might have 50 niches that you can target. Target those niches by all means, but don't target them the same way. Each niche has to be talked to in their own language. So what Facebook allows you to do is create targeted ads based off demographic, geographic, psychological, and behavioral um, demog- demographics, okay, based on their likes, their interests, what they do, they spend their money, how much they make, where they live, all types of things, and it's so sexy. But the point of doing it is, once you create your customer avatar, which is the person who is your ideal customer, you can run an ad directly to that person. You can also create custom audiences or do um, do copycat audiences. So like Simplilearn, if they did an ad would be for like a business school or a marketing school. They can create an ad targeted to people that like a specific school instead that and target them. As I've mentioned, Facebook's your second home. It allows you to plan interactions through quizzes and games, include multimedia, encourage discussions, ideas, and interests, and increase conversions through discounts and offers. The importance of your news feed. Your news feed is the core of your Facebook interactions. It gives you maximum reach and unlimited exposure through message broadcasts. It establishes credibility as people connected to your brand may share their experience with their connections. Facebook newsfeed is constantly updated, increasing impressions. And most interactions with the target audience occurs through the newsfeed. Less than 1% of people check posts on the page itself. 99% see those posts where it shows up in their newsfeed. And so what Facebook ads allows you to do is when you have a high number of people in your that like your community, you can actually run an ad to make sure the 99% of those people show up. Your post shows up in their newsfeed. Your interactions and exposures increase as you show up more in the newsfeed. And also another thing that you do is um, create you create engaging content so more people want to interact. And I have some other tips that I can show you, but you have to join my class. The viral nature of Facebook is shares times friends means you have more users. So if somebody shares something, if you get 100 shares and each 100 person has 135 friends, that means that share is being shared with 135 people. That's how things go viral when friends of friends share stuff. Okay, and the reason they do that is because the information is engaging and it's captivating. Facebook ads within newsfeed appear like regular updates and are more likely to be noticed. Example: a company selling wedding gowns. The wedding boutique may be interested in reaching out to future brides rather than fathers of the brides. So based off of people liking different bridal registries, they're able to create a customized audience, selling it to people that like those pages. Okay. So you narrow down your audience by setting criteria such as age, gender, relationship status, and so on, and target the right people to gain followers, exposure, and momentum on media. Social media. So, like getting back to the wedding example, somebody like David's Bridal, you can create an ad. If you're say you have a wedding gown company, you live in Baltimore, Maryland, you can create a custom audience of people that like David Bridal that live in Maryland between 25 and 45 that's engaged. Simple. That means that your ad will show up in that target market's newsfeed. So sexy and sick, huh? Media sharing sites. Other media statistics. In a month, Americans alone watched 46.7 billion online videos, which is equivalent to 6 hours of video content. In a week, 50% of people online watch business-related videos. Time spent online. 33% is watching videos online, and while 80% watch a video on somebody's website, and only 20% will read the content. So what does this mean? Going back to your blog, your home on the internet. Remember I told you that you can produce 4 types of content: audio, visual, video, and, uh, and text. You create a video and you post a video on your website. Now typically with the videos that I create, you can see my face. Now this particular one, I'm using something called a share screen, and there are different softwares that you can use to make videos where you're sharing your screen. But the free one that I love is called Screen-O-Matic, and you can just do a Google search for it. It's screen dash o dash matic. It's free to use, but they also have a paid version where you spend $15 a month, $15 a year, and you can get access to make the editor and stuff. Um, that's just one little tool that you can use if you're scared to show your face on video. You can do a screen sharing, and there are different ways that you can create different videos. Like you can create animated videos through different softwares like Animito, or Majestico. I think that's the name of it. I don't remember, but yeah, videos are hot. They're popular, and they're a way that you engage and you connect with your audience with a real life perspective. People absorb the same information less of time with photos and videos are used. Another good photo for you to use is something called an infographic. It's like a big chart that has different little pictures on it that you can add, and you break down information. Or like if you want to do a T-chart or something, it's like really cool. And you can go to Canva, CAVA.com, to create your own images. So just real quick, I'm gonna say the 2 softwares again that you can use. It's Screenomatic and Canva. You can also use Google Hangouts or Facebook Live broadcast and do a PowerPoint, just to give just different tools that you can use. Online media statistics example: the impact of media content on viewer action after watching a video. So let's look at this video. It's talking about the Apple Watch. 12% of viewers purchased the featured product. 52% of customers found it easier to make purchase decisions related to the product. 26% of internet users looked for more information on the product, and 75% of users visited a marketer's website for information about their brand. And this is why it's important for you to create content about your products, okay? Just stuff like this. The impact of media content on viewer action. After watching an ad video, web pages with videos are 50 times more likely to appear as the first 2 search result pages of the search engine. And landing pages with videos see an increase of 80% in conversion rate. So that means that on your capture page, your landing page where people go to get your free offer, instead of, like I said, instead of you sending them to your sales page, you send them there so they capture the information and get in your database, so you can start building a loyal following. When you have a video on a landing page, it increases 86% in conversion. Understanding YouTube. Listen, I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube. But the more I find out about YouTube, the more I'm in love with YouTube. I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube because I had one of my channels, my first channel shut down, and I produced some killer content. YouTube is a top sharing network that provides a platform for uploading, sharing, and viewing video content. In an average week, an equivalent of 242,000 full-length Hollywood movies is uploaded on YouTube. Benefits of YouTube for your business. Let me be let me before I even go further. Google, YouTube, and Facebook are the largest trafficked sites. YouTube is awesome. Okay, you can build video content with information such as product reviews, demonstrations, live trainings, um, webinars such as this one. Um, you can also do live broadcasts and do Hangouts, Google Hangouts. YouTubes are now incorporated into universal search, and you can also, like I said, the content. When you write a blog post, you can do a quick video and you can have a CTA to your blog post of that, or highlight some of the key points from your blog post in the video. I'm like, hey, check out my blog post here, and you're driving traffic. You can still put relevant information. You can also put the YouTube video on your blog post. You can share it on different environments. Just as you have the ability to embed content, other people can also take your content and embed it on their websites and blogs. So if you're writing a blog post, if you don't have a video and you want to find something relevant, you can always go to YouTube and find that video and embed it in your blog post, which actually is also good for your ratings, okay? Because Google likes when information is shared. So it's like the inbound linking robots. They know, like, hey, it just makes you look better because you're adding credits, okay? Because you're resourceful. Blog post is like writing a little short paper for college. You just have to and then you have to have like 3 references, and YouTube is just a reference, but you want to make sure that the information is relevant, okay? And it's good. You share on various social media channels. You can directly share video content on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and other social media channels for it to go viral. Understanding Pinterest. I don't know too much about Pinterest, but I do know it's a great site, and I also have a Pinterest page. So a social media channel that allows people to see, save, and share images. It's huge. Like I don't I syndicate my content on it, and I do know that you can have different boards per topic, and they also have a business page now. But other than that, I don't know too much about it. So I'm not gonna have too much ad lib. Besides, share your content there because it's hot as it's a big site and it's where people at, and you put the image that you have in your blog post on Pinterest and a little excerpt of your blog, and with a call to action, to learn more, click this blog post, and then click the blog post, and then go to your blog. From being a niche site, Pinterest has moved to becoming a mainstream ideas and media sharing site. Pinterest took the idea of bookmarks and socialized it in a visual manner, which is hot. Benefits of Pinterest. Pinterest is a visual archive of articles, information, and resources, which is easy to go through and share with others. With a whole world of content and idea discovery, it gives brands a great opportunity to get their message out in front of people. Pinterest is content segmented, which, I was talking about the pins or the boards. I think I said boards, but it's actually called a pin. You have the ability to set up topical boards, and your followers can select specific topics to receive in their newsfeed. Let's look at some stats of an average pin. An average pin drives two visits and 6 page views to a website. The average pin is worth 78 cents in sales. The average pin receives repins, and Pinterest is considered a high traffic producer. The average pin is roughly 100 times more viral than an average tweet. Wow. Marketing on Pinterest has latent results as people make their awesome decisions by researching, gathering ideas, and gathering examples. For instance, half of the visitors occur 3 months after the time it was originally penned. Half of the orders occur 2 months after the visits. So listen, the power of blogging and email marketing. I'm about to make the connection. When you write the pen, you have your blog post, and in the blog post you have your call to action about, check this out to get more information. Give them a freebie in there throughout the email marketing process is when you're doing the selling. Each product that you have should have its own marketing funnel. Okay, that's just to let you know. And so because um, organic traffic is something that's built over time. It's not something that you generate right away. When you want more traffic right away, you use paid methods. Okay, and so your blog is your home. It's never going to go nowhere. So, when you make these pins and the information sitting there, although, statistically proven, it takes a lot more time. But once it's out there, it's out there. Like, you can have content on your website for years to come. My first blog that I made, Use What You Got, it's on WordPress. It is still there. And that was 7 years ago. So, as long as you keep it and you maintain it, you will always have this website, which means that your product will always be out there. So if somebody do a search for it 4 years from now and you have that content out there, they can still go back to your blog. This FYI. Pinterest versus Facebook. Ha. Pinterest, average time spent 90 minutes a month. Facebook, average time spent 7 hours a month. Some people spend 7 hours a day. I was like, I'm joking. Viewed as a starting point, Facebook for Pinterest is viewed as a starting point. Facebook is viewed as a destination. Platform to ideas and inspirations. People they're like, oh, this is my wish list, this is what I might want. Versus Facebook, connect, share, and have conversations. People visit Pinterest to read and devour content. People go to Facebook to stay and engage. Pinterest is the place to attract fans and get new exposures and drive traffic. And Facebook is where you engage with your fans. Strength of Pinterest. Low, ba- low barriers to entry. Virtually no development required, minimal training needed. Impressive traffic potential. One of the top 10 traffic referrers across the web. Provides a continued traffic bump. Good retention rate. Strong possibility to get increased followers. Equal impact potential. Even small followers can score big pins. Gets lots of exposures. And they have a wide open terms of service. No restrictions on engaging with followers and use creative and unique ways to leverage Pinterest. Instagram. I'm. It's okay. I haven't became a full IG fan yet, but I have a few pages. Actually, IG is hot. I'm not even gonna lie. It's a photo sharing version of Twitter that is focused on pictures and experience sharing. So Instagram moves just as fast as Twitter. Okay. Instagram is owned by Facebook. You can actually run ads on Instagram through your Facebook ads. That's more in-depth training that you will get if you sign up for my training. Make sure you sign up. The average user spends 257 a month on Instagram. I did not know that. I wonder how many hours that is. Let's see. 120 plus 120 is 240. So that's 4 hours and 17 minutes a month. The average user outside the United States shares 60% of the photographic content on Instagram. And 83% of pictures are associated with a hashtag. Hashtags makes it easier for users to follow conversations and topics across the board. Hashtags are used for research purposes. Okay, when you're looking to plan your content and you want to use Instagram, you do a hashtag search to find out what's trending, what people are talking about. Okay, that's why you use hashtags. That's the purpose of hashtags. And just for giggles, and so I can help you out further in my training, I'll go over that a little bit more. Around 20 million active users log into Instagram regularly. Pictures that have faces are 38% more likely to get likes. Listen, people, don't put logos for your profile pictures. Don't put little cute pictures or whatever. You need to have a picture of your face. It's social media, okay? People want to engage with you. They want to feel like you're credible. You're not credible if you don't have your face on the page. Pictures that have faces are 32% more likely to generate comments. Around 35 million selfies have been posted on Instagram since it was started. Instagram is all about people and personalities. And as a brand, you should identify what works on Instagram and how your brand fits in. You build your brand, you push your product, and you use fan-generated content. And you also have your call to action. You have your link. Now, there are tricks to using those links because I don't think you can put links inside the post. Like you can have a link to your capture page on your page, and so in the content with your picture, you can say, hey, click the link in the bio. So when you're building your brand, you share behind the scenes information. You show how the products are used. The key to Facebook has videos that you can shoot up to like 1 minute now, and I think they also have a live streaming feature now, if I'm not mistaken. You push your product, showcase new items, and show products being used. Identify traffic drivers. Use fan-generated content. Hold contests, use hashtags, and make it an event. People love to be engaged, okay? And I can give you a listing of different contests in my class, but you have to sign up and make sure that like I said, make sure you click the link to subscribe to Simplilearn channel, and there's going to be a link somewhere at the bottom that's going to have information about Simplilearn, the upcoming training. So just make sure that you click that and use hashtags to make it easy for people to discover and participate in your campaigns. Points to remember. Your real life pictures were better than infographic quotes and instructive graphics. Test different content types to see which one gets the best response. Ask yourself if Instagram will help you reach your goals and how you can measure them. Just my side note, I think using a combination would be good. You cannot post an infographic because it is too big. But there are ways that you can post larger pictures, but I'm not getting into that. Quotes, everybody loved quote pictures. Must make sure that is relevant, or people like that stuff. Social review sites. Brick reviews such as brick and mortar, service providers, travel and destination, product entertainment. Your brick and mortar sh- businesses are like restaurants, shopping centers, sport venues, and so on. And people can write reviews on you through like Yelp and Grubhub. If you're connecting on those sites, they can also write reviews for you on your Facebook fan page. If you're a service provider, you home health care, housekeeping, gutter replacements, and so on, you can sign up with Angie's List. As if you're doing travel and destination, use TripAdvisor. People, you connect with tourists and have information about food, their stay, and so on. And to talk about you. If you have a physical or digital product, you can be on Amazon or SAS and that type of products it sells and the pros and cons of the products and so on. And entertainment, such as movies, music, TV shows, and so on. You can write reviews about it. So leveraging social reviews. While using social review sites, you must identify what type of review sites apply to your business. Claim your listing if possible to ensure that your information is up to date. Make use of free marketing opportunities on these sites. Provide special deals to people when they check in. Use free tools to monitor conversations. And visit review sites often to read and respond. Visit review sites often to read and respond to your reviews, as they allow you to look for patterns as they get a feel of your overall sentiments towards your brand. So let's look at some example. If you're running a restaurant, okay, by listening to conversation you have and opportunities to know what it is that people like or don't like. So let me share with you the power of social media, okay? there's a restaurant that was opened in the neighborhood I grew up in as a child that I went to with my cousin, and we had the most horrible, horrific, hideous experience. So I'm not a review people, but I was so disappointed and offended how I was treated. I just had to go. I had to let them know. So they have a Facebook page, and I went to their website and I wrote a review. And I was contacted. I wrote a review, and I also emailed them. And I was offered to be given a free meal if I decided to come back, but I never went back. But my point of sharing this with you is because I'm not the only person that had bad reviews about the company. They like had half bad, half good. And so without them having those reviews on their Facebook page, they wouldn't know what people were talking about, how people felt about them. So, right, even when you have people that write good reviews, you need to say, oh, I am so happy you had such a fantastic experience. You can offer them as some type of little deal. You know, just to interact to drive people back. People like to feel valued. You have to do that in business. Business is about relationships, and you have to nurture and take care of those relationships. Based on conversations, you know what changes need to be made to meet your customers' needs. And react when it's appropriate. It's always appropriate to react. You need to ensure that you're learning to react to different types of customer feedback. So rather is when it says neutral, is Facebook valid? Yes. Positive quality? Yes. And you can quietly watch the conversation. More trolls raging crazies. Is not. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me start over. You need to ensure that you are learning to react to different types of customer feedback. You have 5 types of customer feedback: neutral, more trolls, raging crazies, misunderstanding inaccurate information, raving praise, specific compliments, and negative experience with details. Because I'm a customer oriented person, I believe that it's always valid to address issues. But according to the chart, when it's neutral, give positive feedback, yes. When people are raging crazy, the feedback isn't valid and the quality of the feedback is negative, you just watch the conversation. I don't think you should just watch the conversation. I think you should tell the person that you're sorry that they had a bad experience and find out what can be done to make that person better. And now most times, they might say no, or no, it might not even change their view about you. But the reason I'm saying that you need to address it is so other people that see the reviews, they see how you positively handled a bad situation, and that makes you more credible. When you're misunderstandings or have inaccurate information, the same thing. You want to clarify it before it spreads, but you also want to make the inaccurate information accurate. Raving praise and specific compliments, yes, is valid feedback and it's positive. And of course, you say thank you to your customers. And I think that in good faith, you can offer them some type of discount or some type of freebie. It's to make you look good. It's about persona and perspective that people have about you. Negative experience with specific details. Feedback is positive, yes. The quality, no. You recite this situation and thank them for sharing. So we're going to end our introduction to social media foundation here. I hope that you subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in my upcoming class. This is Jennifer signing out for Simply Learn. Take care.